Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are checking out Final Fantasy XVI. Now, one of the things we will be checking out today is the state of play that was dedicated to Final Fantasy XVI, but there have been a couple other trailers that have come out since our last reaction video that I just have not watched yet, because I've been saving them for this. So we're going to watch them now. So we have the Revenge trailer that's from like 5 months ago. We have the World trailer that's from like 3 months ago. And then we have the State of Play that just came out a few days ago. So we're going to get started because that's a lot of stuff to chew through. So, a couple of disclaimers. Massive Final Fantasy fan. All right? So,
take Joshua and get to safety.
I'm not going without you.
I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
killing a chocobo, that's the worst thing you could possibly do.
No! Joshua!
You think he's dead? You said that just before a kid got murdered. How can you kill chocobos? I can accept killing children, but I stop at the murder of chocobos.
I sometimes wonder if I am controlling it, or if it's controlling me.
Man, Garuda is fucking sick looking. Oh god, Ifrit is crazy looking too. Doesn't quite look like Bahamut, so I'm not sure who that is. We got Ramu up in here.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Yeah, Puppo.
What do we do?
The usual. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I won't be dying today. Come to me, Ifrit!
I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten chills watching this trailer. I have felt goosebumps go down my body at least 4 times. God, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my god, we still get to watch more too. There's still more that we get to watch. There's like 20 minutes more that we get to watch. Here's the World of Alethea trailer. I hope I said that correctly. That kid just spontaneously combust. Joshua is blessed with Phoenix, the icon slash summon slash like Final Fantasy god. Or I don't know if he's technically blessed, but I know he's connected to it in some way. So yes, probably he spontaneously combusted like a phoenix. His cloak looks strangely rubbery. I think it's supposed to be leather, but it kind of looked rubbery. Damn. I know this is an open zone game, but these are some big ass zones. I'm already irked by the dialect they spread around the characters. What do you mean? How they speak different dialects? Or the one that they just speak in general? They all have different accents while seeming to be from the same area. They're not. Final Fantasy XVI, the world and its entire game and design and everything is set around like a general theme of like medieval Europe, and think of the dialects of like Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England, and how small that set of islands is, and how different all those people speak. Or even think of all the different dialects that exist within just different parts of London. And that's just one city, and they sound vastly different depending on what part of the city you're from. And then if you go to like mainland Europe, those European countries are not very far apart, and somebody from France versus somebody from Germany versus somebody from Spain versus somebody from, like, you know, the Netherlands, they all sound very, very different despite not being very far away. And there are 4 or 5 warring countries in place in Final Fantasy XVI, so it's not too unbelievable for those 6 countries, or however many there are, to have vastly different dialects. Okay, let's get to the state of play. As pretty as that nice little showcase was, rated M for mature, blood and gore, partial nudity, sexual themes, strong language, violence. I'm really amazed that Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't get rated mature, but there was definitely ways that they did that.
Hello, everyone. This is Naoki Yoshida, producer of Final Fantasy XVI.
Hey, Yoshi.
To the state of play. Today, I'm here to talk a little bit about the story, world, and combat system of Final Fantasy XVI, as well as reveal all new information regarding the game's wide variety of RPG elements and support systems. We'll be talking you through everything while using never-before-seen gameplay footage running on the PlayStation 5. I hope you'll stay with us until the end of the show and enjoy everything we have in store for you. With that, let's get started.
Guys need to fix your audio mixing, Jesus. The fucking whimsical background music was way louder than either of the people speaking.
Shiva's dominant, and only the dominant. Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
Focus, Wyvern.
Sorry, I didn't realize we were in the game yet. I didn't realize I didn't grab my controller yet. Hold on. I was still watching what I thought was a cutscene.
Home, sweet home.
Allow me to welcome you to the world of Final Fantasy XVI.
Does this Thanks.
Final Fantasy XVI is the latest installment.
Bro is quiet as hell.
A storied franchise with 35 years of history. Yet while this is the 16th mainline title in the series, there's absolutely no need to have played any of the previous games before jumping in. With a fusion of real-time action and RPG features,
Oh, we get to play as Joshua at some point.
Developed as the first true action RPG in the series. Using the power of the PlayStation 5 to its fullest, the game delivers an expansive, thrilling gameplay experience which we liken to a high-speed roller coaster ride.
Jesus. Oh my God. They could have used the power of audio mixing to fix this mess of a voiceover. It's very disappointing, but I'm more here for the gameplay, but at least we'll get some sort of subtitles. Is this Titan's dominance? I'm guessing so. Shiva, what's up? Sub Titan, looking spooky as normal. Like, the last few iterations of Titan have been frightening. Like, he was crazy-eyed looking in Final Fantasy 15.
The protagonist of our story is Clive Rosfield, and his journey takes place in the realm of Valisthea. We follow the epic tale of Clive, Shield of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, as it unfolds across 3 distinct periods in our hero's life: his teens, 20s, and 30s.
Oh, that dude is dead. Wow. He was turned into red put, like,
While the story
goo.
begins with Clive in his 20s, a fully playable flashback will allow you to experience the pivotal events that shaped his past and present. And thus does the curtain open on this newest Final Fantasy adventure.
They're gonna need a bucket. Yeah, a couple of buckets. Can we save him? You mean in, like, some Tupperware? I don't think killing the kid worked very well. Oh no, kid might still kind of be dead. Ifrit seems to be beating the shit out of Phoenix right now. But kid is Phoenix, so, you know, the Phoenix rises from the ashes.
Navigation in Final Fantasy XVI is driven via a world map, with locations being added and updated as players progress through the main narrative. The world map can be opened at any time, allowing players access to all manner of locations across Valisthea. Here, players will meet new friends, encounter formidable foes, and uncover great and wondrous mysteries.
This game is gorgeous. Power to the art team. This must have taken forever. How many people are working on this? Hundreds. Art team has to be huge. Aw, yeah, ride that chocobo. Like, damn. Time to breed. The gold chocobo runs more. He's already got a white one. But can you pet the dog? I know that you can pet the dog.
Next,
So yes.
I'd like to talk about the combat of Final Fantasy XVI.
Yes.
All the battles in the game take place in real time and
I'm
are
ready.
turn-based.
That's fine.
As Clive progresses through the story, he will learn a wide array of exciting abilities from the Eikons that he encounters. Now, let's take a moment to admire Clive in action.
Oh, I'm admiring. Don't you worry. We Myron all up in here. I don't feel like you were doing much to that guy. Ooh. He's got some sort of, like, poise bar of some sort. The big strong guy did. He had a yellow, like this wind elemental has it too. Stagger bar, maybe. What the hell was that shit? Some sort of perfect timed charge up power attack? And for Chocobo rarities, Eve, it just completely depends on the game. Jesus. Virgil ass bitch up in here. Wicked combo! Giga Flare, ability finish. Giga Flare, times 30, ability finish.
The abilities that Clive wields have unique characteristics
Hey, look, a
depending
sphere
on the
grid.
icon they are derived from. Players can use ability points
A Crystarium.
collected by defeating enemies to unlock more abilities, or
You know, the art team was like, you know those old Spanish galleons? Let's put rocket engines on that. I mean, you gotta have airships, man. It's Final Fantasy. We sure this isn't Devil May Cry 6 / Bayonetta? No.
You can let the game choose for you.
But that's okay. It wasn't in the air. Not
Final
yet.
Fantasy 16 includes a range of timely accessories to provide support to those players who may not be so skilled at action games, bringing them a truly enjoyable experience.
Cool.
Players are encouraged to equip Clive with different combinations of these accessories until they find the one that perfectly
Accessibility
matches their own playstyle.
accessories. I like that.
A combination I can particularly recommend to those who may struggle with action gameplay is the Ring of Timely Focus and the Ring of Timely Strikes. This combination allows players to unleash a wide array of different techniques just by pressing a single attack button, as well as shifting into a window of slow motion whenever Clive is about to be hit by an attack,
Cool.
giving them a little extra time to hit R1 and evade. Alternatively, players could equip an accessory that fully automates evasion.
Cool.
As I said before, I really encourage everyone to discover the combination that works best for them.
Can adjust it to whatever your needs are. I know a couple of people that if it wasn't for like that accessory, they wouldn't be able to play the game.
And for those who want to concentrate on the story, don't forget to choose.
I would
story
use those just
focus
for
mode
laziness.
before starting a new
Some people
game.
need them though, and that's fine.
In this mode, timely accessories
Hang
are
on a second.
automatically equipped from the start.
I wanted to go back and see this. Okay, this is just system
before
settings.
starting a new
This
game.
screen is the next one was the accessibility settings. But visual alerts, alert size, alert opacity, very limited there.
In
But I
this
guess
mode,
they put more of the
timely
accessibility
accessories are
stuff in
automatically
the
equipped from the
accessories,
start,
so
allowing players to immerse themselves in the narrative experience without having to worry.
I like
too
more
much
accessibility in
with the
games. I just like that more people get to play the game. Yeah, and especially like, you know, with action games, they can be really unapproachable to certain people. So making them more approachable is really good. Like, it's one of the things that I was really disappointed with like Bayonetta 3. That game is so, if you can't play the game like at its
Clive
base
will meet
design,
many
you
characters
can't
along
play
his
it.
journey who will join him as friends and allies.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, you didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how
She's
do
got
you
a
survive
seatbelt
without
keeping her in that chair.
Sidolphus, who becomes a mentor to Clive.
Sid Alphys?
Jill, a friend from Clive's youth.
It really is.
Such encounters and reunions will set Clive on a path of great personal growth.
It is.
Clive.
Some of these companions will even accompany Clive on his adventures, fighting alongside him and finding lots to talk about along the way.
I want a hug, right?
That
Okay.
said, players will only need to focus on controlling Clive. Party members are fully AI-driven, providing support for the hero
That was
and
cool.
constantly adapting and responding to his actions.
Whoa. Jill? That cat does not look hurt. That cat looks like it is scratching its back. Cool. Hi, Shiva. It's good to see you. Puppo.
Oh, and we cannot forget Torgal.
Yeah. Torgal.
A smart,
Ow!
strong,
Holy
fiercely
shit!
loyal
Hold on. Hang on. Did we just see Clive get his shit rocked 40 feet up into the air?
A smart,
Bro,
strong, and
that
fiercely
sucked.
loyal hound.
That
Torgal
sucked
is
so
always
much
by
for
Clive's
you.
side and willing to stand by him in the face of whatever cruel fate may befall them.
Best Puppo.
Torgal will act of his own accord, but players can also give him direct commands. Just don't forget to give this good boy some treats every now and then.
I'll give him all the Tritos.
Goots. Get her upstairs.
But Nan will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it.
She's the best healer this side.
Imagine
of
your
the
name
house.
being Goots.
You've nothing to worry about. Go on. Have a look around. I'll be in my solar.
After progressing somewhat through the game, Clive will gain access to Sid's hideaway. Here in the hideaway, Clive will find a shop where he can purchase new weapons, armor, and consumables such as potions.
Cannot find a better price than that.
Well,
Blackthorn, a highly skilled
What's that
blacksmith,
for in here?
works the hideaway's forge. Bring in materials to craft new gear or upgrade existing items.
Convenient that you're not dead.
After upgrading your equipment or unlocking new abilities, try accessing the Arete Stone. Here, players can enter a virtual training area outside the bounds of time and space, where they are free to refine and practice combos of their very own.
Well, that's cool. I was
Once you're
surprised that
confident in your skills, try
you
your
can
hand at
choose the
arcade
enemies and a
and
whole
see
bunch
how
of
your
different,
scores
like,
stack up against players
battle
from around the
settings.
world.
That's neat.
The Hideaway is home to a lot of other features as well.
To side quests. I feel bad for the AI if I'm trying to play. I can't adapt to my own actions. It'll do its
But they can
best.
also view information on quests offered all around.
Why not just beat the game for us and show the ending? I will! In June, when the game's out. Feel like this hideaway thing would have been neater to just discover, like, hey, look at this shit. I mean, it's mostly like, it's a 20-minute long state of play. They're wanting to break down all of your different mechanics and options available to you.
Still busy saving the world?
Who are you?
Mid.
Her name's
When
Mid.
You get back.
Damn. How dare you, Clive? How dare you? Moogles! Look at him. He's so rotund.
Wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I didn't like that sound.
Visit the hunt board to
Oh my
gain
God.
information on elite marks, fearsome foes lurking about the realm in desperate need of slaying. The Moogle will be your guide.
Yes, guide me, Moogle. It's very convenient that the hideaway appears to be in the very center of the world. Or at least the continent. You're horrifying.
There's also Loresman Harpocrates, who will unlock Valisthea's secrets as Clive recounts tales of his adventures.
I love it.
I have quite the find for you today. You wish to study the tomes?
Still not sure how I feel about like these like readable lore
Nine
entries.
Tales,
What is it that
a
you wish to
scholar and
learn?
strategist who will be
Here's the
more than
latest
happy to
information I have.
explain to Clive the current state of the realm and provide information on key players. There are all kinds of interactions and features in the Hideaway to help players get even more enjoyment out of their time with Final Fantasy
It's
XVI.
ever changing, Clive.
Jeez. Cool. Oh.
On his travels, Clive will
Oh.
encounter a wide array of fearsome foes.
I don't like that it has like a hole in its tongue. It's grody. That knight does not seem to give a shit. Fafnir? Like a pangolin looking thing? Clive, you grabbed the tip of that. Is your hand okay? Torgal, you could have helped during that. Oh, okay. This bitch ass is only level 12? Shit. Ow. He did that to us. That sucks.
He will, of course, clash with
What's up, Hugo?
who wield the power of the Eikons.
Right, the cinematic moments. Yeah, no kidding. They seem to be fairly, like, limited in terms of your interaction in them. Hey, sus. Got them double-stitch sap gloves for grabbing the whole ass blade. Man, I need to order me some of those. What is happening?
Mysterious constructs of the fallen, a civilization shrouded in mystery.
Jesus. This is fine. That was a really clever transition just then.
And we cannot forget the Eikons themselves. Experience unparalleled real-time action combat as Clive takes command of the iconic might coursing through his veins and shatters his very limits.
Clive, you look great.
The shining point of Final Fantasy XVI, however, has to be the breathtaking Eikon versus Eikon.
These are the ones that I'm really curious about in terms of how interactive versus cinematic these are. Because, like, in a way, these kind of feel like when you were Noctis fighting Leviathan in Final Fantasy 15, and it looked cool, but boy, playing it was like, meh.
All play out in real time.
This section right here looks okay, but there's been some other stuff that I'm like, that looks very cinematic. How much of this is fun to actually do versus just enjoyable to watch, you know?
These battles differ depending on the Eikon encountered, and every showdown is unique, right down to gameplay. Players will experience everything from a 3D scrolling shooter to a heavyweight wrestling match with devastating attacks that encompass the entire battlefield.
Well, there's Bahamut.
These massive scale boss battles.
What the fuck is going on with his wings?
And I can promise you heart-stopping, controller-gripping excitement. I can't
Okay,
wait
I'm
for
holding you
get
to
your
it.
Hands on the game for yourself.
Jesus. Titan is so big. He makes Ifrit look like a bug.
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I.
You've learned Brimstone. Okay. There were medieval sword techniques where soldiers and knights would grab the blade and beat the shit out of their opponent with the hilt. I wouldn't, like, you better have some confidence in your opponent's blade not being very sharp and your gloves having some pretty good cut protection. Like, if you got the right type of, like, chainmail and stuff, that'll protect from slashes pretty damn well. But it's only under very specific circumstances, and it definitely looked like Clive was just wearing some fucking leather gloves. And that person was full on trying to, like, stab him. Typhon! Where's my big, gross nose man? Titan lost, and he's the size of a mountain. Jesus. You know, Roji, it does make me kind of wonder, though, like, how much are you not showing us? You've shown us a whole lot. Whole lot of bosses and characters and zones and everything. Like, what have you not shown us? Turns out Titan Lost is the final boss. Oh, well, we're dead. That's fucking Odin. Don't let him touch you with that blade. I guess slicing your hand is better than being stabbed to death. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but depending on the blade, it's not actually going to slow down for shit.
So everyone, what did you think? Thank you for taking the time to join us today. Final Fantasy XVI will be available worldwide on June 26th.
No need to play the game anymore. We showed 80% of it just to get you interested. Yeah.
Battle content, side content, endgame content, and more. We hope to bring you more on these aspects of the game in the near future.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case too.
I'm truly excited to finally be able to reveal that Final Fantasy XVI's main theme was written and performed by one of Japan's greatest recording artists, Kenshi Yonezu. We've still got a lot more in store.
I unfortunately don't know who that is.
And I hope you all
not by
pre-order the
name.
game and join us in Valisthea on release day. This has been Naoki Yoshida, producer of Final Fantasy XVI. See you again soon.
16プロデューサーの吉田でした。
Yoshi P was way louder than the dude that was translating for him, and I find that to be very unfortunate. Okay, so that is us getting caught up to where Final Fantasy 16 is available, like the marketing of Final Fantasy 16 that's available up to this point in time. I don't think that's the case, Cerulean. Square Enix is really, really bad, though, in their trailers about showing a bunch of spoilery-ass shit. I know a lot of people were... What game was it that came out recently that there was like a remake of that Square Enix made that the trailer was just like damn near the whole frickin' game? Oh, it was Crisis Core. It was Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. They showed off literally like 95% of the entire game's like major story beats in one trailer. It was like a 3.5-minute trailer that was just a supercut of every single thing that was in that damn game. All the Kingdom Hearts 3 worlds. I don't know why Square Enix does that, but it is definitely a thing. And I feel like they probably overshowed a lot of things in this state of play. I don't have a problem with like them showing the hideout or anything like that, or some of the characters, and definitely not some of the battle mechanics, but I feel like they showed off a few too many areas, a few too many zones, and a few too many bosses. There's still a lot of story stuff, because like that's definitely something that they did keep under wraps, is the plot, right? We do know that there's something to do with the Eikons. Each country has an Eikon. They're tentatively at war, but not, because the Eikons are such destructive forces. But the actual overall story, they didn't really give us any of that. And so really that's the thing that is still the mysterious pull, is what is happening and why. But I feel like they did show an awful lot. Please pre-order the game. I already pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the friggin' overpriced collector's edition. Toonami just did that with My Hero literal season finale, and they're like, and here's the big emotional punch. I don't know. I don't understand. There's got to be a marketing reason for it, but I don't know what it is. What was I going to say? Oh, one of the other things that's crazy about Final Fantasy 16 is that this game has already gone gold, which for a game to go gold, just in case you don't know, a game that has went gold means that they are done with 1.0. Like the 1.0 version that'll be printed onto the discs has been finished, finalized, and sent off. And it actually went gold before this state of play. It went gold a week or two ago, if my memory serves correctly. And so for a game to go gold more than 2 months before its release date is wild and impressive and crazy, which means that they felt that far ahead of release that they're like, nope, we're done. We're done. It's good. It's good to go. It's solid. There's no other changes that we want to make. They still had time to make additional changes and additions or whatever, but I guess they were just confident enough that they're like, nope, send it to the frickin' presses, which is crazy. Like Cerulean, yay, day one patches. I mean, I'm sure there will be one, but the question is like, how much of one will there be? Because going gold that early is really wild because of the amount of confidence that they must have in the product. Like they were confident that 1.0 was so good already that they didn't need that extra time that they could have taken to push for a later gold date, which is cool, but also like a little bit like wild at the same time. It's really crazy to see that. And I don't know if that means that I should be excited or if I should be nervous. I'm very certain we will get a day one patch, but I'm just not sure what that day one patch will be. That said, if they do have a 1.0 that's gone gold, that technically means that they could have already sent out the review copies. I don't know what time, like, I'm obviously not big enough that I can even have a shadow's dream of getting a review copy of Final Fantasy XVI, but I'm not sure what the embargo for this game will look like when we'll start to see reviews coming out or first impressions come out. There was some people that were flown out to Square Enix in Japan, some larger creators that got to play Final Fantasy XVI in-house at Square Enix, and those videos have already been released and put out. But with 1.0 being released, like, one, it means that I might actually have a freaking hope of getting my collector's edition in a reasonable amount of time. So Final Fantasy 16 reminds me a bit of Valkyrie Elysium, as if that game was a beta. Well, I mean, having played Valkyrie Elysium, that game was a sad, pathetic piece of programmed product. That was a lot of P's. I don't feel like Final Fantasy 16 is going to be that way necessarily. I certainly hope not, because I'm hopeful for Final Fantasy 16, where I was like, yeah, we'll check out Valkyrie Elysium. So you play it made me sad. I was sad playing it. And I definitely hope to not be that way when it comes to Final Fantasy 16. There's definitely a lot here. It looks really good. But there's a lot of questions still, but I'm already invested in it day one, ready to go. Yeah, so that's Final Fantasy 16. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Are you a big Final Fantasy nerd and lifelong fan like I am? Are you relatively new to the series? There's also a lot of Final Fantasy fans that have been burnt. I don't want to say burnt because they were personally burnt, but I don't necessarily feel like the company itself was trying to burn fans. Because there's been a lot of very long beloved fans, and then around the release of Final Fantasy 12 to 13, and then the time since, they felt as though the Final Fantasy that they once knew, they loved, and it has now been lost. And if you want to have a conversation of action games versus turn-based games, we can also have that conversation as well in the comments. I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more with you if you feel like talking to me. We can have a conversation about anything you want and more. If you want to have a conversation on other platforms, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter, so go check that out. I'll leave links to everything down below the like button. And we did have this entire conversation on Twitch, so if you want to be part of that conversation, be sure to check us out. We do stream 4 days a week, and I'd love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. Do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.